What's up, everybody? How are we doing on this Sunday evening, November 29th? Man, this is the finale. This is the night I've been really looking forward to. We are talking, as you can see by the title of this video, this is a live watch along. We're talking The Undoing, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking episode 6, which is titled The Bloody Truth. This is a watch along / Indian Explain. I am so excited to be here with you all tonight, breaking down this episode, going over all the big stuff that we're going to get tonight. I am really fingers crossed that we get a good finale, man, because as you all know, that's been watching these reviews for the last 6 weeks. This has been an incredible journey. This has been a mystery box from hell. Who's the killer? Is Henry one week? Is Jonathan this week? Is Grace this week? Is Sylvia? Is Franklin? Who the hell killed this lady? We're going to find out tonight, hopefully, right? Or they're going to leave us on a big cliffhanger and not give us the answer. But no, I'm very excited to be here tonight. I appreciate you all tuning in tonight to do this watch along, which I want to explain what a watch along is if you all are not too familiar with the format. But before we dive into it, make sure if you haven't already to give this video a thumbs up. It helps out the channel. I really appreciate it. I want to get as many Undoing fans on this stream as possible. Who knows? We might do some surprise guests. You know, if you all want to jump on the stream and talk about the episode, ask a question, whatever the case may be, I might put the link to the stream in the comments so we can have a face-to-face conversation about this show. But nonetheless, like I said, thank you all for being here tonight. Again, give this video a thumbs up. Let's have a lively discussion in the comments, in the chat. Let's talk about this episode. And of course, let's just have a fun time tonight. So for you all that may be new to a watch along, just a quick little run through, a little brief rundown before the 13-minute mark hits and we got another 13 minutes before the show begins. Let me explain what a watch along is. So I know this, the popularity of first time reactions, super cool. I love seeing people do those, but this is not that. So there will not be the image of The Undoing on this watch along. We're just going to watch it together. So that means I'm going to have it on my television. Ideally, you're going to have it on your television, your computer, your phone, however you watch your show. And in a perfect world, if we weren't in COVID, imagine us sitting next to each other, watching the show together, having a conversation about the show, but we're virtually doing that. So again, a watch along isn't going to have the show on this screen, but ideally you're going to be watching on your screen at home. I'm going to be watching on my TV, which I'm getting it set up here now. And we're going to converse. We're going to watch it together. We're going to talk about the moments on screen. And then once the episode ends, we're going to have like a little wrap up and kind of discussion about it. And I plan on doing like a standard review tomorrow for those that weren't able to tune in tonight. So I'm going to still do my standard review, but that's going to be tomorrow, probably tomorrow afternoon. But again, I am so excited to watch this with you all and just freak out about all the stuff that I'm hoping will be good tonight. So yeah, man, let's see who we got in the chat. We got some people here. And before we get things started, we're going to say hello to some people. What's going on? Almost the time is here. We're 12 minutes away. What's going on, Maggie? Just 22 minutes away. Yeah, we're now 12 minutes away. Who did it? That is the $1 million question. That's actually something I'm going to bring up here in a little bit. We made it. Yes, we made it 6 weeks in a run, and we have made it to this finale tonight, ladies and gentlemen. What do we say? I need to know who did it. You and me both, Maggie. You and me both. Dream. Who did it? Where can I buy Grace? Grace got some swag. We've definitely talked about that on these reviews. I don't know because my money is on all of them. I know, right? They all came in and started bashing her in the head, and they all had a part in it. Some way, somehow, I feel like they're all complicit of the murder of Elena. So Silver Skill, I'll catch up with you later. Watch HBO Max. Sometimes I don't get the air on. So, got you. Hey, man, no worries. You can tune in, watch this replay. And then tomorrow, like I said, I'm going to probably do a regular review sometime tomorrow afternoon. OMG, it better not be a cliffhanger. Maggie, if they give us a cliffhanger, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to call up David E. Kelley and see what the real, I guess or maybe read the book, which is always something to do as well. What's going on, Nisi? How we doing tonight? Can't wait. Yes. Can't wait either. I'm sure this is just, it's a limited series, 1 season. I mean, they said that about Big Little Lies, and we got a season 2, but I'm pretty sure this is only 1 season. But you know how Hollywood does. They like to milk things. They like to stretch things on. So I'm assuming this is 1 season. But like I said, David E. Kelley did that with Pretty Little Lies, and we saw how that went. You can check out my review for Pretty Little Lies season 2. I was not the biggest fan of that, but love the first season. But anyway, guys, Let me, we got 10 minutes to go. Let me pull up some stuff here for you all. Let's have some fun again. This is a fun night. So glad you all can join me tonight, and we're going to have a fun time. So let me pull up some things. Make sure you guys drop your questions, comments, concerns. If you guys want to support the channel, Super Chats, Streamlabs, PayPal, much appreciated, but doesn't have to be given. The best thing you can do for this channel is give it a thumbs up, and let's have some fun. So let's see. First question I have for you all for the 10-minute mark before we get things started. Who killed Elena? Who killed her? Who's the killer? Who are you guys? Let me see some of you guys' comments. Let me read some of these comments as well. But let's just talk about it. Who killed this young lady? Who did it? Who put a hammer, a sculpting hammer to her head and bashed in her skull so much that her husband wasn't even ever able to recognize her? Who did it is the question. So let's run down some of our suspects. I'm going to kind of start with like kind of the wild cards, some of the people that may not have been involved in her murder, but maybe, we'll see. Starting off with Elena herself. This is a comment I've read in a couple different in the last few weeks. Some people bring it up, what if Elena did it? What if she staged the murder? What if she is the person kind of manipulating the situation behind the scenes, right? Why she would do that, I don't know. Again, this show has alluded to maybe some mental unstableness with the character. So could she have staged her own death? Could she have killed herself? Is that a possibility? I don't know, but I like the theory that I've read for some people's comments. So let me know in the comments. We'll do this by how many suspects do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to have her be number 7. So if you think Elena did it or staged it, put 7 in the chat now, and let me see where you all are at. So let me bring up our next suspect here. Let me take this down and bring up our next person in regards to maybe unlikely suspect, but someone to definitely keep an eye out for. Let me bring this interesting character up here. Let's see. Let's share this screen. Could it be Sylvia? Could it be Sylvia? She has been an interesting character in the background, showing up to the court trial a little late, getting all the information from Grace. Seems to have a very friendly relationship with Frederick. A lot of you all think that there may be an affair between Sylvia and Frederick. This might be Frederick's estranged daughter in some way, because we know he's a cheater. He used to cheat on his wife like 3 times a day. So is it Sylvia? Could we think that Sylvia has something to do with it? I've read some of the comments. Some people think that she is feeding the information she's getting from Grace. She's feeding that to the prosecutor, to their hand to play to their defense. So is that the case? Is Sylvia, does she have something to do with this murder? So put 6 in the chat. Put the number 6. If you think Sylvia is the suspect, the number 1 suspect, put 6 in the comments, guys, in the chat. And let me see where you guys are at with that. So let me bring up my next suspect here before we get things started in 7 minutes here, T-minus 7 minutes. Let me bring up this guy here. What do we think about Federico? Do we think that he has something to do with it? I mean, hell, he has a motive. His wife was cheating on him, with the doctor of the person that was taking care of his son, taking care of his wife as well, if you know what I mean. He has the motives. He has this newborn baby that he's taking care of that's not his child. We saw a little bit of that anger come out of him in the trial last week when, Haley was grilling him. She showed that emotional aspect. What do we think about this guy? I mean, he let the man that was sleeping with his wife in his house with his kid, rubbing his face, letting him feed the baby of not his child. I mean, there's something going on with Federico. He's following Grace around in the corners, hiding in the corners. Put number 5 in the chat if you think our man here might be the main suspect. Let's see your thoughts on that. And then let me bring up my other suspect here and get you guys' thoughts on this gentleman. This young man here, which is, man, he's been giving us a lot of stuff these last few weeks, right? And that is Mr. Henry Fraser, ladies and gentlemen. We know last week, which it still gives me some creeps. When I think about that scene, him and Nicole Kidman, his mom, Grace, looking at each other with the hammer in the violin case, they gave me chills, man. I watched the episode a couple of nights ago. That moment, just like them staring at each other, that freaks me out. People staring at each other pretty intensely is a pretty wild thing. But what do we think about Henry? You know, we go back to episode 1, him and his dad talking about, are you keeping up with your violin? He tells his mom in episode 2 that Jonathan gave him a kiss before he left town. And he normally doesn't do that. Did Jonathan give his son the hammer and say, son, I need you to look out for your dad. I need you to hide this murder weapon. We need to keep this family together. Or did Mr. Henry do it himself? Did he follow his dad? Did he kill Elena with his own hands? His DNA is around, you know, there's some DNA at the scene. Doesn't have to be Jonathan's. It could be Henry. Or just like his daddy, is he a manipulator? Does he use his mouth? Did he get Miguel to give him that murder weapon? Put number 4 in the chat if you guys think it is the young man, Mr. Henry. And then we got 5 minutes, guys. We got 5 minutes to the show begins. I hope you guys are having fun. I hope you got your drinks, your waters, your whatever, your food. And we're going to watch this episode tonight in this watch along here in 5 minutes. So let me bring up this gentleman here. And look, I didn't say it. He said it himself. Called himself a cocksucker, ladies and gentlemen. Do we think Franklin, the old-fashioned guy here, do we think he has something to do with it? We know a couple of weeks ago he went to, he went to their house. He's looking outside the house window. We know this man has money. He threatened, he threatened Jonathan in prison. He threatened the principal in his own school, his own office. Donald Sutherland is a great actor. He plays some villains in his past, man. Do we think Frederick is the murderer? Did he hire someone? Did he do it himself? Is he protecting Grace? Is he protecting his grandson? Put number 4 in chat if you think Frederick, the old-fashioned cocksucker, is the killer and the suspect. Let me know your thoughts in the comments with that one. And then our final 2, I think you all know who our final 2 is. And then there were 2. And it's the beautiful, the lovely, incredible, amazing Nicole Kidman, who is playing the incredible Grace Fraser. You talk about motives. I mean, her husband cheats on her, has a kid. She has some type of thing going on mentally, ladies and gentlemen. We talked about it for the last 6 weeks. She has these blackouts. She has these moments where she doesn't remember taking a walk at night. She doesn't remember telling the police that she's had a relationship with Elena multiple times. She keeps things secret. Did she go have a little night stroll and decide to bash her husband's side piece head in? Is that something that Grace can do? Is that in her character? Let me know. Put number 2 if you think Grace is our number 1 suspect. And I think you all know who the number 1 is, or this gentleman here. This gentleman with the mouthpiece on him that can talk his way out of anything. He can sell water to a well, and he is a mother, you know what. And that is Jonathan Fraser, ladies and gentlemen. What do we think about Jonathan? Is all these suspects I just named, are they just misleading us? Are they just giving us misdirection, making us think it's all these other people? But the whole time it's been Jonathan. We know he likes to bite fingers off of people. He likes to bite fingers in prison. He likes to call his dead sister a dog and not have any remorse for her death. He likes to lie a lot to his wife, to his son, to his lover, to his attorney, to anyone and everyone, to Stewart. I mean, goddamn, Stewart, man, seems like a nice guy, and he seems to hate Jonathan. He even pissed off Stewart. I mean, Franklin, he pissed off his dad, his father-in-law. I mean, what do we think about Jonathan, ladies and gentlemen? Put number 1 in the chat. And let me read some of these comments. I hope you guys have fun with that. We got 46 people in the chat. Everybody, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Let's have a fun conversation in the comments. Let's have a ball tonight watching this together. Again, I talked about it at the beginning, 13 minutes ago. What a watch along is this your first time? This isn't a first time reaction video. So I will not be playing this episode on this screen. Number 1, because HBO will yank that stream down so fast, you wouldn't even know it was on. So there will not be an undoing frame of the episode on this screen, but instead I'm going to watch it on my television. You're going to watch it on your phone, tablet, television, however you're watching this tonight, and we're going to pretend like we're sitting in the living room watching this together, but we're doing it virtually. So we're going to watch this as we go on. I'm going to have a timer up on the screen here. We got like less than a minute. I'm gonna have a timer on the screen so you all know, for those that are watching live and those watching the replay, you'll know exactly where we are in the episode. So let me pull this up here, share the screen, and then I think we're less than a minute away, ladies and gentlemen. So as soon as I press play, that's when we're gonna start the episode. So let me read some of these comments here because you all are blowing up the chat and I appreciate it. Let me catch up. Where did I leave off? We got let me see what some people are thinking. We got some Jonathan, we got Grace, we got Henry. I mean, hell, the baby could have did it, right? The newborn baby could have did it. Jonathan and Henry tag team. Yeah, like father, like son. So right now, just to give you guys a behind the scenes, I'm watching on my television. I have HBO Max pulled up. Let me refresh the page. Episode hasn't appeared quite yet, but as soon as that clock, that timer goes off, that's when I'm going to start the episode. So you all know we can watch it in sync with each other and be on the same wavelength. I don't think it's Sylvia. Okay. I think Jonathan fought her, pushed her, fell unconscious for a bit. And then Grace came in and finished the job. Or Henry. Ooh, that's brutal. All right, so we got some sixes in the chat. We got some people thinking that it is whoever number 6 was. Silver Scale, love your breakdowns. It's Jonathan, by the way. LOL. Thank you so much for the super chat, Silver Scale. Really appreciate that. Thank you for tuning in. Love your prediction. I think it's Jonathan as well. Let me refresh this and see if the episode's up and ready. Still not up. What's going on? All right, but I appreciate the super chat. Can't talk. Super chat, Silver Scale. Thank you so much. If you all want to pitch in and help out the channel, you guys can do super chats. You could do streamlabs.com/moviefiles or PayPal. But thank you so much for that. And he says, or he or she says, they think it's Jonathan. And I'm right there with you. If I'm being honest, I'm right there with you. Let's see here. Elena wanted Glorious Life. Franklin paid for Elena's son's school and studio. Jonathan gave her, yeah, that is true. She did want that high life. Henry hiding a weapon for someone. I don't think, yeah, I'm right there with you, Angel I believe that he is hiding a murder weapon for either his mama, his daddy, his grandpappy, or someone else. Why is this episode not loading? I don't know why it's taking so long. I'm on HBO Max now, and it's not resetting it a couple of times. Let me go out and see if it's just taking a couple minutes to get on here. We are live. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go back to HBO Max, see if this thing is ready to go. But in the meantime, let me see what else we got in here. What else we got? OMG, let's do it. Is it popping up for you guys? Because it is not popping up for me. Hoping that this, okay, let's do. All right, so apparently it must be ready to go as my HBO Max is slow while it's loading. Come on, HBO Max. It's stalling on my end too. Okay, so some people saying it's stalling, some people say it's starting. All right, mine's just taking a sweet ass time. My Apple TV. Let me reset it here. Put it to sleep and wake it back up. All right, guys. I'm sorry if it started. If you all are watching it, they're probably playing previews or something of their next big show. Which, by the way, for my Euphoria fans out there, I can't wait to see this special Christmas episode. Oops, something went wrong. Please reset HBO Max app. What? Get the hell out of here. What is going on? All right, let me see if HBO Max is working on my. I might have to watch it on my laptop, guys. By the way, that's never happened since HBO Max has come out. I've never seen that message before, but of course, you know, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, right? We are having trouble connecting to HBO Max service. Please check your internet and try again. What? Get the... Let's see. Wow. It's saying the same thing on the website too. Are you guys, let me know in the chat, are you guys having HBO issues, HBO Max issues? Is it just me or what? I'm on the website. I'm on my television. Let me go on my phone. If I got to watch this on my phone, we got to do what we got to do, right? Let me see. Let's see. Pulling up the app on my phone. And it's loading. Saying the same damn thing. Ladies and gentlemen, is it me or is HBO Max? No, this will not be on the full screen. We will not be sharing the episode tonight just because HBO will pull this stream so quickly. So I hope you have HBO Max or HBO and see if it's working for you. But we will not be playing that on the screen. This will be just a watch along. I'm watching it, you're watching it, we're having a good time. All right. So not working. The HBO Max is working on my phone. Is it going to play it? All right, it's working on my phone, but not on my television. Let me see if I can pull it up on my computer instead so it could be a little bit easier to watch versus on my iPhone here. No, it's not working. All right, I'm going to have to pull a little... I'm going to have to pull a audible here and watch this damn thing on my phone. All right, let me put my headphones in and turn my brightness up. My battery's full. Hey, man, it is what it is, right? Let me get this set up here. I'm just going to watch it on my phone. Hopefully no one calls me in the middle of this damn episode. All right, let me plug it up. Get the AirPods popping. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to watch this episode on my phone. All right. Let's have fun. Let's see if it loads up for me. All right. It is an hour and 7 minutes. So I'm going to press play. So I'm going to press play on my screen in a little bit. So you all that are watching at home, those are watching the replay, you know when we start this thing. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, pressing play now. Pressing play now. All right. There we go. All right. Giving a trailer for me. Watch this on the phone. Okay. This is fun. Was it me or was anyone else having problems? Yeah, I don't have HBO or the regular because I don't have cable. HBO Max is telling me the same thing. Okay, so I'm not tripping. I have HBO Universe, so I'm good. Okay, you got the Universe. You're good. Congrats, Maggie. What's up? Opening credits just ended. All right, let me try to catch up with you all. You guys don't have to press pause. I'm not gonna talk that much to this when we're watching an episode, but let's see. I'm gonna skip the intro, so I should try to catch up to you all. So I'm at 1 minute and 20 seconds. So once the clock hits 1 minute and 20 seconds on this timer, I'm gonna go ahead and press play on my phone because I just skipped the previous week episode. So again, we got to make it work. We got to do what we got to do. Where is it? So yeah, again, I'm not going to be showing the episode on the screen just because they're going to pull the stream if I do that. HBO does not want me sharing it, but plus I probably wouldn't be able to share it anyway if it's not loading on my computer or on my television. So again, if you have HBO app, HBO Max watching on your end, I'm going to watch it on my end and we're going to talk about it live. All right. So I'm going to press play now because it's at 120. Turn the brightness up a little bit. Hold on, let me pause for 2 seconds. All right, here we go. I'm going to skip the intro too, because like I said, I know you guys, some of you all are watching it already. So I'm going to have to start at 2:56. I'm just going to skip the intro. I skipped the intro to the show. And right now my phone is paused at 2:56. So once the timer on the computer goes to a whole minute, I'm going to go ahead and press play and watch it. Tammy, you having some issues too? Yeah, I don't know. That sucks. I don't know why this. I've never had an issue with HBO at all. What's going on? Yeah, I don't know. Are you having issues too with your HBO Max? Maybe we're everyone in the world's watching this episode tonight. So the users the servers crash or something. I'm on my phone too. We got to make it work. Make it work. All right. We got to watch it on our phones or tablets, but hopefully this doesn't crash or anything. I'm going to try to watch it on my TV if I can do it throughout this episode. Wow. I was just watching episode 1 and it's not working. Yeah. That's crazy. Laura says it's working now. Yeah, it's working now. So I'm just waiting until 10 seconds and I'm going to go ahead and press play so I can catch up to where I'm at on my phone. But yeah, it's wild, man. Freaking technology is a gift and a curse, right? All right. So pressing play now. Little tiny ass screen. Maybe I should AirPlay it to my television. All right, so it's picking up right after last week's episode. Man, Grace is looking at that weapon like she's seen it before. You found it at the outdoor fireplace. Put in both headphones. I can't hear what they're saying. So it's hidden, huh? Jonathan. Are we thinking it's Jonathan? There you go, ladies and gentlemen, because he killed her is what Henry just said. Her in these flashbacks. Yeah, I don't know if you're maybe ahead of me. But right now on my end, because again, we had a little bit of technical difficulties. I'm probably about 6 minutes behind you all that was able to watch it right at 8 when it started. Right. Oh, this man brought her to the lake. My gosh. Jonathan's a piece of work. Yes, he is. Jonathan suggested Henry did it. Oh, I'm not there quite yet. I can't with him. Jonathan is an evil man. Yes, he is, Chrissy. And put it in a dishwasher? Ran into the dishwasher. This man ran a hammer through a dishwasher. First off, what kind of dishwasher is that? Yeah, if they, we go to juvie. Come on, Haley. Think of something. Think of something. Henry. Yeah, for those at home, we had a technical difficulty, so you might be about 6 minutes ahead of me. Jonathan. Him killing Lena is the real him, Jonathan. Henry is up to no good. Oof. Katie's making that money. Coming up with some scheming ideas. Grace, you should not be alone with this manipulator. Okay, so you guys are a little bit ahead of me. I'm at the point where Jonathan is blaming his own son Henry. Oh man, this guy. Look, I think Jonathan's showing us his true colors. As someone mentioned in the comment, Jonathan. I don't care what level, what's going on. You don't do this to your son. Knowing that it's him, knowing that Jonathan is this man. Wow. Remember what his mom said last week? And good thing Jonathan wasn't Jacob's father from Defending Jacob, for all those that seen that show, because he would have gave him up in a heartbeat. Man. Jonathan. Jeez. Again, for those at home, I'm at the 10-minute, 38-minute mark because we had a technical issue with HBO Max not loading properly. Yeah, Henry, tell him about himself. This man just said, my mind was running out of control, so my mind made me say those words. Jeez, man. Who is the real Jonathan, ladies and gentlemen? If I was Henry, I would grab that hammer and beat my dad upside the head with it. Like, Henry, don't hug this man. This man just threw you under the bus. Jeez Louise. How can you sacrifice your son? That's what I'm saying. Turn him in. Yes. Emotionally done with his dad. Yes. Wouldn't you? Can't believe that man threw his own son under the bus. Well, the reason Grace can't see it is the same way she didn't see you cheating on her mom, being a terrible husband, being a terrible dad. She has delusions. And I wonder if we'll get any backstory with Grace this episode of her childhood, of her creating these stories in her head. I don't know at this point either, but I think it's Jonathan. I mean, he just showed us our true colors, I believe. That's true, Linda. That's true. Again, for those just tuning in, I am at the 13-minute and almost 30-second mark. We're about 7 minutes behind time because HBO Max was not loading. So if you're just tuning in, you can obviously catch up with us, watch it on the replay, whatever the case may be. But I tell you what, 13 minutes in, I wanna smash Jonathan's head in with a hammer. Jeez. Oh man. I couldn't be a lawyer, I tell you. I couldn't. I couldn't be a defense lawyer, knowing all the stuff that she just learned. I don't know how people sleep like that at night, defending someone that's guilty. Let's get some of these comments here. Nisi said Jonathan is winning. Hey, I'm a little behind, so I'm gonna catch up to you. Blame him now. I suggest and pull the gong girl. Yeah, I talked about your comment a little bit earlier when we did the stream a little bit about her potentially being the behind her own murder. This man just said he has no evidence of being violent. Someone gonna bring up the guy at jail that bit his finger. I think someone actually. Now I think about it, did someone say that earlier? We'll find out. This man just said that he had love for Miguel. Jeez. Hugh Grant, man, he's giving me the chills. Yeah, I hate that I'm like 6 minutes behind you all. What is this flashback? Hey, Angel, the timestamp is right here, 19-minute mark is where I'm at. I know some people are a little bit ahead of me because of the technical stuff a little bit earlier. Jeez. I know, right, Maggie? Oh boy. What you say, Nisi? Was that actually Jonathan with that shirt? John. I'm not sure. I might not be at that part yet. This man said he was terrified and went home and had sex with his wife. I might have to jump in time machine. Miguel on the stand? Is he gonna talk? Me, this is getting me nervous. Jeez Louise. Again, I'm a little, hey, what's going on, Johnny? Hey, we had some technical difficulties, man. So I'm at the 21-minute mark, and some of the other amazing people in chat whose internet and HBO was working a lot better than mine are about 6 minutes ahead of us. So I'm at the point now where they brought up the tuxedo. He washed it before he went to the lake house, and they're now leaving the courtroom. I'm sorry if I'm yelling too because I have my headphones in. I'm watching the episode on my phone, by the way, because of the internet. But yeah, that's where we are, Johnny. I'm glad you can make it tonight, man. And again, for all those that are just tuning in, timestamp, this is exactly where I am in the episode. So I'm the 22-minute mark. Looks like we're going to have a conversation between Grace and Henry here. Just knowing this is an hour and 7 minutes, I have a feeling that we're going to have some type of interesting finale, like a cliffhanger. I hope not. Oh boy. Hey, you need to. Your dad threw you on the bus, bro. You need to put that to bed, man. This family is not ever gonna be the same. Oh, I love this show. I love it. Jonathan did it, but he got off. Cliffhanger will make me angry. You and me both, Johnny. All right, Sylvia. Let's see. Let's see. All right, I'm excited because I want to know what Sylvia's role is going to be in this outside of being this all giving friend. What are they talking about? We're not going to hear the audio of this conversation. That's interesting that we didn't hear this conversation between her and Sylvia. Makes me think that there's something Grace is not telling us. Miguel. They bringing Miguel to the stand. This dude ain't talked this whole season. What is this kid gonna say? All right, ladies and gentlemen. I like that suit, Miguel. All right. Are you guys, for you that are ahead of me, Miguel having flash with his parents arguing violently? Ooh, I'm further behind. All right, so you guys are ahead of me. I'm gonna not look at the chat for a little bit. I want to see what Miguel. First off, this is the first time we're hearing him talk, so this is interesting already. All right, what's this little kid gonna say? All right, what's Haley gonna do, guys? For those that aren't 7 minutes ahead of me. Oh, I'm nervous for Miguel right now. Where is this going? Where is this going? Oh, Miguel, man, he's crying. This little kid. Feel bad for him. Here, let me take, because I'm reading you guys' comments, and I can't wait to get where you guys are at. We're seeing Fernando and Elena fighting right now. But you guys are saying something. Grace is up to something else. Bringing her husband. Maybe she did it. All right, let me hold on. So again, for those that are about 6-7 minutes ahead, I just ended the scene where Miguel pretty much said his mom and dad fight a lot. Now the jury's thinking that there was some, unstable home, maybe some violence going on in the house. Oh, here we go. Finally, Catherine and Sylvia talking to each other. Okay, they got something going on. I've been mentioning the last couple weeks. I mean, I know they went to school together, but there's something going on. Fernando, man, you're showing too much anger, bro. Everybody say hey to Thor. He's freaking out in this episode too. Come on, buddy. So she wants to go on the stand now, huh, Grace? For all 83 people in chat, first and foremost, thank you for tuning in tonight. I'm at I keep forgetting what it's at. I'm at the 33-minute mark in this episode, as it seems that Grace wants to appear on the stand. Some of you all might be about 7 minutes ahead of me because HBO Max was not loading for me, unfortunately. So I'm a little bit behind. But again, make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. Thanks again for tuning in. Leave your thoughts in the chat, and let's just continue to have a good time. Grace wants to get on the stand and defend her slimy, lying, throwing kid under a bus, Jonathan cheating doctor. I can't believe Grace. Again, this goes back to her as a little girl, Franklin, cheating on his mom, not being there as a good dad, but she just always imagined him as a good dad. Now she's imagining that her husband's innocent. She just forces these things in her own mind. But again, I appreciate everyone that's in here tonight. This is a very interesting episode. Let me read some of you guys' comments. I know some of you all are ahead of me. Yeah, I got my baby Thor. No, thank you, thank you. He's a cutie for sure. Hey, what's going on? I'm behind. How long are you going to be staying online? I'm going to probably stay online for as long as you guys want to have a great conversation about it. So once the episode ends at 9:07 or whatever, or probably 9:20 for me because I'm a little bit behind, we'll discuss the episode for 30 minutes plus if you guys want to. And then I'm going to probably rewatch the episode tonight, maybe shoot my review tonight, and then give you all my just standard review for those that weren't able to tune in. But we'll probably stay on for a little bit after the episode ends just to kind of have a good conversation with you all. All right. I'm going to put the chat aside because I know you all are ahead of me. Grace is on the stand. I want to know everything Grace is going to say. So let me see what's going on here. Nothing too heavy so far with Grace on the stand. Well, there you go. She just said that he could not have done this. Really, Grace? I'm still reading you guys' chat. I can't keep away from the chat. This stuff is. Looks like I'm in for some good stuff here, huh? Oh boy. Oh boy. The way Grace is describing Jonathan reminds me of the worship. What did she say? The worship thing when people worship doctors, firemen, police. The way she's discussing him is like she worships him. Yeah, she definitely lied. He's a man of empathy. He just told you that he was responsible for the death of his sister that he referred to as a dog for 17 years of your marriage. Wow. It's lying. It just comes easy in this family. Henry, Jonathan, Franklin, Grace. Confirmation bias definitely is something that Grace suffers from. Oh, he did grab her at the lake house or beach house. Yeah. You fear for your life. Yeah. All right, Catherine. 1 point for Catherine. Oh man, I'm reading some of these comments. I can't wait to catch up to you all. Catherine's doing her thing, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, she got the tape. That don't look too good, Grace. Checkmate. Ooh, she bringing the family into the mix. Does she know about the sister dying? If she pulled that card, oh, is she gonna pull that card? Oh snap! Grace is saying the incident, huh? Oh my! Oh my! Mm. Oh man. Grace is panicking. She is not in control of this conversation. I'll tell you that. Let me check these comments, even though I know you all are much, much further ahead of me. Try her husband's time to go away. He's keeping. Goddamn, Grace spilled the tea. He's killing him. They did that. Something just sent your husband up there. All right, let me get back to it. Damn, Haley. That is a lot of detail that Catherine knows. That goes back to the conversation we had last week. Is Sylvia dishing this information to Catherine? How would she have known that? I don't know why I get this feeling that it's Grace and Sylvia. Are they in cahoots together? The cover for Grace killing her, and Sylvia was cheated on by Jonathan, or he left her for. Huh. I'm mumbling. I don't know if you all hear me, but I don't know. In my mind, I'm just thinking Grace and Sylvia are working together to blame this on Jonathan, maybe because him obviously having an affair on his wife, and we think that that woman that he had an affair on before was Sylvia, and they're coming together to bring this man down. But in return, killing his woman he's having an affair with. That's what I'm thinking right now, Angel. That's what I'm at right now. It's like her and Sylvia are working together and blaming this on Jonathan because he had an affair on Grace and Jonathan was sleeping with Sylvia, and they're like, so Sylvia is snitching or telling information. What is going on right now? Lack of empathy. This show is doing such a good job of making me feel sympathy for Grace right now, but we know she's covering for her husband for something. But the acting, the writing, I don't know what to think right now. We've been saying that for weeks. That she just wants to paint this picture of this perfect family, just like when she was a little girl. She did tell her patients that. That's why we got those clips at the beginning of the season. She can call out other people's flaws, not her own. Yo, shout out to Catherine. She's doing her thing up here. What you've heard the last 10 minutes is a lie. What she lie about? Hey, Grace, you did not do what was intended to be. Sylvia's kind of like smiling almost. Which again, Angel, I think I'm right there with you with Grace and Sylvia having. They holding their hands, ladies and gentlemen. Grace and Sylvia. So we're making a couple appearances tonight. Oh, man. Also, too, I love this music of the score. It's like very eerie. Yeah, Grace. That's what it looked like. Who's that message from? I can't even see what that says. Is that from Jonathan? What did it say? I'm definitely going to rewatch this episode tonight. All the little details. The devil is in the details. All right, so we got a flashback here, huh? Jonathan the Night of, which is a good show on HBO as well. So is this the moment we've been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen? All right. Thor, close your eyes. It's getting a little inappropriate here. Ugh, look at the saliva. Ugh. It's gross. Jeez. All right, they're going to show us the moment when he killed her. All right, I'm going to pop out of the comments for a little bit. because I know you guys are 7 minutes ahead, which means you have like 7 minutes left of the episode. So the credits might be rolling for you all soon. So on my end, 53 minutes. I got 14 minutes left of this episode. What is these text messages saying? Okay, it says preface might be our last chance. Are you sure, Dad? Okay. What is Jonathan like? He's gonna kill his son. One last kill before he goes to jail. Yeah, I'm really excited to rewatch this episode because again, we all talked about it a couple weeks ago with Grace's wardrobe when she's wearing green, purple, red, signs of the character. So right now she's wearing green. So where's Jonathan take his kid? All right, guys, for those that are just tuning in, we got 99 people in the chat. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Continue to leave your comments in the chat. I will read them. Again, for those that are watching this from the beginning, we know that there was a technical difficulties with HBO Max freezing up on me. So 56 minutes. So I'm a little bit behind those that were having good connection with HBO. But again, I appreciate you all tuning in tonight. And once this episode ends, we're going to break it all down. It's looking like Jonathan's the one that did it. All right. Canadian border. So what is he doing? Dude, Hugh Grant is hamming it up right now. Oh, jeez. Jeez. Is he gonna kill his son, man? Like, what's the point of that? This guy is just a sociopath, as they've been saying all season long, huh? Yeah, Henry is terrified right now. He's scared out of his mind. Say it out loud, Henry. Murdered a person, Jonathan. Damn. There it is. Damn. Damn, bro. Jeez. Brutality. There it is. There it is. After weeks of speculation, it was him the whole time. Him the whole damn time. Wow. Yeah, we definitely gonna be talking about this here once this episode ends. I think there's like a behind the scenes after this. I'll probably check it out if you guys are watching it as well. I normally didn't watch those behind the scenes after the fact. I mean, what is he gonna do? Jeez. All right, Henry, get out of the car. Jeez. This is her perfect family just falling apart right in front of her. Perfect husband, perfect father, perfect doctor, all just crumbling apart right in front of her. Does he have a gun or something? This dude is psycho, bro. Jeez. That's pretty dramatic. Well, there you go. Yeah, I can't wait to talk about this with you all because I mean, there's still so many like thoughts on Grace and the blackouts and the Sylvia. What did she say to Sylvia when they were walking? There's still something left on the table unanswered. So it's showing I have 4 minutes left in this episode. I assume we got like seconds left in the episode, and it's like 3 minutes of behind the scenes. See, we got 135 people in the chat. Thank you all for tuning in. We're gonna recap it, break it down. We got over 100 and something comments I'm gonna catch up on. Again, thank you all for tuning in tonight. All 142 of you all, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. This is just about to end. It's a little bit of a little anticlimactic, a little bit. It was there the whole time. You know, we talked about it a couple weeks ago. We talked about it last week, actually. Is this all a misdirect? Henry, Franklin, Sylvia, Grace, Fernando, Miguel, you know, you name it. You know, Detective Mendoza. We were calling out everybody, but this whole time, I think we all kind of knew it was Jonathan. But again, going back to the writing of the show, they did a really good job of giving us a lot of misdirection. You know, he killed her out of anger. Killed her out of the fact that, you know, she called him out for his flaws. He wasn't going to leave her. She was going to continue to pursue being this family. But let me see. I got 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Let me see if they have like a little behind the scenes. And for those that read the book, let me know if this is similar to the ending of the book. All right, let's see what Nicole's talking about. I don't know if you guys watched this little behind the scenes, but apparently Nicole Kidman said they didn't know how they didn't get the script for how it was going to end. Hey man, this goes back to what Stuart said in episode 2 or 3. He said, the way they record this, they not give them a microphone? Especially Nicole Kidman is so echoey. We all know Jonathan wasn't going to jump off the bridge. He's too into himself to kill himself. What kind of was suggesting there's another? That was weird. The way she just said, has she moved on or has she? All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the finale. Let me catch up with these comments. So, yeah. So let me turn off this clock. As it says here, throw your questions in the chat, comments, concerns. So, yeah, Jonathan, as we kind of thought that it was him, but shows like this give you this person. It can be the nanny. It can be the milkman. It can be the cable guy, sandwich maker up the street, everyone but Jonathan. So Jonathan's the killer. We saw the scene play out. I will be rewatching this tonight. And again, for those that weren't able to tune in for this amazing watch along, had so much fun with you all tonight. I'll be doing like a regular review, and that'll probably be up sometime tomorrow afternoon, which I'm excited to kind of rewatch the episode and all the different little details. So I am to assume that we saw, going back to the Grace being on the trial and just, calling out Jonathan of his flaws, and just kind of giving all the information to Catherine. Going even further back, the prior scene, seeing Grace talking to Sylvia. So it's safe to assume that in that moment at the park, that Grace was giving Sylvia all the information, and in return, Sylvia gave that information to the lawyer, Catherine, right? Am I safe to assume that? Is that what you guys are thinking as well, that she gave her all that information to use? Because again, it was that information she was giving everyone in court about the empathy and the conversation with the mom. There's no way she would have known that without the help of Sylvia. So I assume that's what that conversation was in the park, and it worked out to their, to their advantage. And she eventually, I'm going to have to rewatch the episode to kind of see the moment. I think the moment when when Jonathan told Grace that she thinks it's Henry, that's when she realized, okay, I'm going to have to go on trial, pretend to, protect my husband, because at this point, this man is completely desperate. I think once he said that to her, and I'll rewatch the episode, maybe it was before that, but I think in that moment in the hallway when he said that it was Jonathan or it was Henry, that Grace was like, this isn't my husband. This isn't the father of my child. He is someone else. So I think that's the moment when she realized she has to step in, get on the trial, give the information to Sylvia, and return to Catherine to use that to their advantage. And yeah, so, but I'm still kind of interested in this idea of, I think the show really does give us the answer in regards to, Grace. We talked about it for weeks and weeks, suppressing her trauma, suppressing her, the dad, this image of her dad as a little girl, Franklin being this perfect dad, perfect husband. But again, Franklin telling her a couple weeks ago, I cheated on your mom. I was a bad dad, this, that, and the other. She's like, no, you were great. Same thing happened with Jonathan. Who knows how long the signs were there that he was, clearly had an affair with her more than a year with, the birth of his child. And who knows what other affairs that we still ultimately don't know who the other woman was. Could it be Sylvia? Can it be someone else all entirely? But I think, for the longest time, Grace, like she did with her father, put Jonathan in that same lane, that he's perfect. He's this doctor. He's a great dad. He's a great husband. And for the longest time, she ignored all his flaws. But again, as Catherine said in the courtroom, who do you love more than Jonathan? And she said Henry. So again, once Jonathan threw their son under the bus, I think she just said, you know what? This is over. This relationship, this family, this painting of a sorts, this painting of a perfect family, of a picture. That's when it all came crashing down. Again, I'm going to rewatch it just to kind of evaluate that underlying tone. But let me catch up with some of you all's amazing comments. I am about 13 minutes behind you all. So let me see. Let me catch up. Angel saying, Jonathan is straight evil. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, called his sister a dog. Had no empathy. I want to be more anyone but Jonathan. 6 episodes for this. We'll talk about that. You know what? Let's just talk about it now. Give Me Shelter saying that, it was a bit of disappointed. It was Jonathan this whole time. I still enjoyed the journey and the ride and the suspense and the mystery. But, excuse me, let me know in the comments. Do you guys feel the same? Are you a little bit underwhelmed by the finale, by the conclusion of it being Jonathan and the way it happened? Or are you guys satisfied? I'm still kind of processing, and again, I'm going to rewatch it tonight and give you guys my full kind of more thought out thoughts on the episode. But let me see. I need therapy now for sure, Maggie. That was some intense stuff. Poor Henry. Yeah, I think this is a lot of y'all's comments back to on the episode. I'm gripping my own face. I'll never look at Hugh Grant. I know, right? I'm just so happy he didn't do a murder-suicide accident. Yeah, for sure. Kind of disappointed. The ending might have been more of a twist than standard. Yeah, Jennifer, that's a good point. Again, I don't know if you all have read the book. I haven't read the novel, but, unfortunately, I think it was like episode 2 or episode 1. Someone in the comments, I don't think they were being malicious about it, but they was like, in the book, it was Jonathan, but then they said, but obviously with creative, creative things you could do with the show, they might not have went that route. But once that person kind of put that seed in the comments of episode 1 in the comment section, I was like, it probably is him, but who knows? But yeah, I'm gonna look into the book, and I might do like a video. I'm not gonna read the book, but I'm gonna read it maybe eventually. But I might do a video like I did with Defending Jacob on Apple TV, where I kind of gave you all the differences between how the book ended and how the show ended. And I might, do some research and maybe do a video like that in the future, with this being the finale. The glory of the show was to see how of the doubt about Jonathan's guilt or innocence. Yeah, no, for sure. It was a journey. For sure. I thought he was going to run off the bridge or do something crazy. Me too. But it goes back to him being too full of himself to kill himself, right? He's above that, taking his own life. Wait, y'all still watching? No, we ended it, KB. We're just kind of talking about the episode, just reading some of you all's great comments here. The car was going too fast for him to jump out without seriously. Yeah, no, for sure. The room for second season, it could be nice. To D Park's comments, would you want to be season 2 again? I don't believe there's a second novel to the story. I might be wrong, but I think there's enough. We got enough from this story. But like I said, David Lee Kelley is no stranger to doing second seasons of for example, Pretty Little Lies. And some of you all might disagree with me, but I did not like season 2 of Pretty Little Lies. It just felt like it was too stretched out. The character development really wasn't there. They should have just kept it within season 1, but they did a season 2, so it's not against David E. Kelley to bring a second season of something that I don't think should be there. So we'll see. Linda, I thought it was Christ himself, like the mom did in Queen Gambit, which is a fantastic show. Just like the intro, her bubble burst. Nice. Let's see. Honestly, jump. Once he took the child, it was over. I love After the Lockup. Ruth, me too. All right, let's see. So, yeah, man, like I said, Jonathan, he did it. He did it, guys. So let's any questions, comments, concerns? Again, did you guys like the finale? Did you are you satisfied with the ending? Do you want a season 2? Would you like to see a season 2? If you would, pitch it to us. Let's read it in the comments. What does the season 2 look like? I mean, obviously, trial. He goes on trial again after kidnapping his son, essentially, and pretending to jump off a bridge. But I mean, is it just a court drama at that point and there's more to the story? I don't think so. But again, for those that would like a season 2, pitch it. Let's read it. I really think the show is a weak follow-up series after Lovecraft Country. Lovecraft Country, as you all know, we covered it here pretty extensively for 2 months. It was a very different show for sure. But look, I'm not one of those people where the finale, I'm still processing this finale, but I remember the previous 5 episodes of the show being really intriguing, compelling television. So, but again, I think this was, Lovecraft and this show are completely different shows. Grace didn't see who she married, just parents. But yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. Like this whole facade that she kind of put up and this whole painting of a perfect picture. Perfect for love after lockup. Yeah. Let's see. Anthony says over dramatic ending. Yeah, it was a little over the top. The car chase sequence and the cops and kind of an OJ Simpson scenario going on there. Beth says, I can't believe how the defense attorney lost in the courtroom when the case was going wrong. Yeah. I mean, Haley, she was stumped, man. She did not know what to do. Even when she says to Jonathan, you should throw away the weapon, set it for hiding in that in the fireplace or whatever. I wish it would have been someone other than Jonathan, but it was nice to see how Grace took him down. Yeah, it was nice. And it would have been interesting because, again, apparently, well, I guess I don't know, for those that plan on reading the book. Okay, perfect. Right here. I thought they would change the end of the book. Jonathan was the murderer, but instead they kept it. And I think, I don't know if this was the same person that commented a couple weeks ago about that. Again, it wasn't like intentional, but the person, if it wasn't you, the person said like, in the book, Jonathan was the murderer, but maybe the show does something different. So yeah, I mean, again, if the show were to do something different, I mean, it could have been Grace, could have been, Jonathan or Fernando, but at the end of the day, it was indeed Mr. Jonathan Fraser. How did I finish before everyone else did? It's been over 5 minutes. Yeah, Linda, at the beginning of the stream, HBO was like flipping out. It wasn't loading. It was an error message. So I was like 5 to 7 minutes behind. The stewards come after him with a hammer. He had already shown he was violent. I wish they would have shown us with Sylvia. Yeah, I think, leave it up to the audience imagination. I think it's safe to say that her and Grace talked about, hey, Sylvia, tell your friend XYZ before we can take this SOB down. But again, we will never know. I'm disappointed with Grace's character arc, though. That's what I was alluding to a little bit earlier. Again, the idea that they gave us Grace having these blackouts, having these kind of suspicious moments. Again, who knows? I have a lot of stuff that I watch. I might revisit this season in its entirety, but I'm kind of right there with you, Rims, regarding the arc and the kind of the back and forth. But I think the show's arc, or at least in my mind right now for Grace, the arc is just showing us that, for the longest time, she just wanted things to be as she imagined it to be, right? The perfect family, perfect husband, blah, blah, blah. And, it was undone by the sins of her husband by killing this woman. So I think it just kind of goes to show that she had to break out of that cycle that she had since a little girl, of the idea of her father being perfect. And, it led to this marriage of this idea of a perfect man with many flaws, So I think it just shows you that she finally broke that cycle in a sense. So could be deeper than that. Could be completely off, but that's kind of where I'm thinking right now. Laura Haley mucked it up by putting Grace on the stand. Yes, she definitely did. She definitely did. It was maybe a mistake on her end. It's called the undoing. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of getting at. She had to undo her perfect family. I was so mad with the scene of Jonathan running with Henry because I was like, this is about to be a cliffhanger in a season 2. I'm going to be mad as hell. Yeah, Lovecraft has been brought back for season 2. I don't think we're getting a season 2 with this show. I think they've told us enough of the story, and I don't know. I personally wouldn't be that invested in a season 2. Why is Sylvia even up, all up in this business? I would stay far away from this trial. Yeah, I mean, she's a good friend, I guess, right? And I guess what we were talking about, is she cheating? Is she the woman that Jonathan had an affair with? Is she sleeping with Franklin? We'll never know. We will never know. Let's see. We got a super chat here. Let me go to the super chat. I appreciate it, Luis. With the she got the Wonder Woman. I can't wait for that. Let me scroll down to Luis's. Where's the super chat? There we go. Luis Brooks, Wonder Woman 84 next month. I can't wait. I haven't read the book. Underwhelmed with the ending. Yeah, HBO had issues. Watched most of it on my phone. Okay, so I wasn't the only one. I watched it on my phone too, which was funny. But thank you. Number one, thank you for the last 5 weeks. You've been a huge part of the community, leaving some amazing comments, donating to the channel, which I'm really appreciative of, and also just your input on the show. But like you said, I haven't read the book either. I'm going to do some research because, again, I might do like I did with Defending Jacob, which, again, if you all saw those videos, I did like a bunch of videos on that show. But I did a video pretty much breaking down the difference, like the main differences between the book and the show. And that show, I don't want to spoil anything for those that haven't seen Defending Jacob, but that show had a different ending than the book. And for my research, I prefer the show's ending versus the book's ending. But I might do the same with this show. I'm going to do some research and see if it's maybe enough meat on the bone to do a special video. But again, thank you for the super chat. If you all want, you don't have to, but if you want to donate to the channel, just like Luis did, we have super chats open, Streamlabs available, streamlab.com/movie files, as well as PayPal. So if you guys want to donate, it'd be greatly appreciated. But again, you do not have to donate. The best thing you can do for this channel is give this video a thumbs up, and let's continue this conversation about this finale and just you all's overall thoughts of this finale. All right. So again, thank you so much, Luis. And again, you've been such an amazing person and part of the community, having some great conversations with you this last month. So let me scroll up a bit here and get to some of these other comments. Please, no second season. Yeah, no more Nicole Red Eyes and 10 Stairs, please, HBO. Here, my peer. I think she's actually, I've read somewhere she's doing another show on HBO in like next year. I think she has another show or something. What did I read? I think it was another HBO show later next year. I think she has a show coming out. So I don't think we'll get another season. Season 2 should be a different story. Yeah, different family, different circumstance. Sure. I mean, yeah, yeah. If there is a season 2, it can be a completely different situation, which would be interesting. Another family, and a 6 week miniseries. Yeah, that could be something. I thought the finale was great. Awesome. I'm still kind of processing it. I think it was, I'm kind of mixed on it right now. I read the development of the show. It is not like the book, only the first 2 episodes. The show's creator just wanted the inspiration and made their own story. Okay. No season 2. I love the 6-part, short and sweet. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Maggie. I love a nice, short and sweet, put a bow on it, move on to the next show, versus dragging out 10 episodes, and just really prolonging the conclusion. So yeah, I'm right there with you. You need to watch Hugh Grant, A Very English Scandal. Oh, is that a movie or a show? Let me know in the comments. Even at the end, he was so delusional that Grace was running at him. Yeah, for sure. Like I said, this man is just on another level. Let's see here. Let's see. I thought it said Caesar's. Yeah, it is. It is a series finale. But again, I thought the same thing when they said it was a series finale of Big Little Lies. And, 18 months later, we get a season 2, which I thought was unnecessary. I don't like it. No season 2. Yeah, I don't think we need a season 2. But again, if they do, do like a anthology, it's a different family. And maybe we get some characters make an appearance, like we see, Haley being a defense lawyer again. We see Miguel being a friend of one of the kids. I don't know. They could bring people in like that, or just completely do something all different in its entirety. How are you guys tagging each other? I need to learn. John's life in jail. Oh yeah, he's gonna be biting a lot of fingers. You're gonna be needing to biting a lot of fingers in jail because yeah. It was always Jonathan. Don't like the finale. Yeah, like I said, I know some people are definitely on the fence about this finale. Also, the moment when he hit the guy's finger in prison, he was like, "Great, so vicious." Yeah, that's exactly what that scene was, to show us the violent side of Jonathan. I need to rewatch this episode. Yeah, I'm gonna rewatch it tonight and give you guys a proper review of my full thoughts on it. Where did that $500,000 go? That's a great question. Too, $50,000 went to Miguel's schooling. The other money went towards, I assume, what's her name? Elena's studio, which, it's in New York. So I'd imagine that rent, or she bought it outright, probably wasn't cheap, and then probably gave her some money to keep quiet, So, I mean, that's still a lot of money left on the table. So, who knows? Maybe he sent it to his other baby mama off in the island somewhere. Disappointing end, no season 2. Yeah, I don't need a season 2, Tim, unless they do something completely different. Jonathan is screwed. Yeah, season 2, Jonathan is screwed. Is him in prison, fighting for his life every night. Great real story. Another great turn for Hugh Grant. Trust me. Okay, well, let me know. Is that show available or movie available to stream? I might check it out. I really didn't want it to be Jonathan, even though he was clearly sick. Yes, he was. He deserves the death penalty. He repeatedly hit her after she was dead. Sicko. Yeah, I mean, just the brutality in that. I mean, gosh, that was pretty violent. I rewatched a few episodes today while watching this great TV. Pretty Little Lies season 2 was garbage. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I love Kirk Crimson 2. Season 2, the Watchmen 2. I'm here for it. I know it's no for season 2 of Watchmen, but a dream. Yeah, I would love to see a season 2 of that. I love the Watchmen, and man, that was a fantastic series. Here, there are still some unanswered questions. Yeah, and that's a great segue. In the chat, guys, let me know what questions or unanswered questions do you all have, and we can kind of have our own little therapy session tonight and discuss, maybe talk it out and come up with some answers of our own in regards to what we think some of the messaging and some of the subtext of some of the moments were. Let's see here. Let's see. I feel so bad for Haley. I mean, she did her thing. I mean, she was kind of thrown a wrench or a hammer in this case when Grace did what she did. But I mean, she did her thing. A lot of questions needed to be answered. Yeah, like I said, let me know in the chat, and let's discuss some of these unanswered questions. He was almost killed by his son at the intersection. He almost killed his son. Yeah, he's psychotic. I'm surprised. I thought Jonathan was easy solution. Hated him though, and I'm glad he got caught. Yeah, definitely. Why was the first lawyer proclaimed was incapable of murder? Was that to deter us? I think so. It was all to get us off the scent of Jonathan. And again, she's a good lawyer. Jonathan or Franklin paid her to prove his innocence, and she tried her best to do that. Haley was paid. Yeah, she'll be okay. Yeah, she will. It's not. She's going to continue to get people off. Who this is? Season 2. He's disgusting. All right, let's see here. L says, I think it was brilliant. He was the murderer. The series was basically the viewer being put in Grace's mindset of Jonathan being a good man and capable of murder. Yeah, that's what we said a little bit earlier. Again, this whole kind of breaking down this falsified illusion of a family, of a perfect family, like she did with her family when she was a little girl, which I'm going to have to rewatch the intro again. Cause again, last week I was like, oh, it's the intro, maybe Jonathan's story as a kid, but no, it goes back to that illusion that Grace had of, playing with the balloon, or someone mentioned earlier, with the bubbles and popping her own, popping her bubble, this fantasy life that she's living. And then even that scene where she had the snowflake over her hand again, just she's there's a little screws loose up there, and her being so delusional, and confirmation bias, that she just forced herself to think that everything was fine. Might be bruised. Yeah, it might be bruised for a little bit, but when she checks in that, when she cashes in that paycheck, it'll probably all wash away. The man she married. Yeah. All right. Let's see. I'm still confused about Sylvia connection, and Haley's response at the end of the hammer was odd. So the Sylvia connection, again, I could be wrong. I'm going to rewatch the episode and give you all a proper review, hopefully the next, day or so. But Sylvia was honestly just a friend, a really good friend, I assume. And that conversation at the park was Grace telling her all the information, and she told that information to Catherine, the lawyer. So that's why I believe her role played into this whole series, is just being that ride or die best friend and sticking up for a friend there, and being someone to lean on during this tough time. But it was very kind of interesting the way the show framed her, kind of very mysterious. Her daughter, the husband's not in the mix. Very, again, a lot of misdirection with the show. And then and again, I'm just spitballing this. I'm not saying this is factual. This is kind of my thoughts. And then to your second question, Haley's response at the end, getting away with the hammer. Again, she wanted to win the case, and she's just like she did at the beginning of the episode. She's just like, I'm not advising you to get rid of this weapon, but hint, hint, wink, wink. And then she said the same thing, like, you stupid MF, or you should have got rid of that weapon. We would have never been in this position. So, at the end of the day, I think she just wanted to win the case. She was hired to win, and she doesn't like to lose. We all have imperfections. Oh yeah, 100%. Sylvia was used as a bridge of information. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Let's see. I'm starting the flight attendant. Anyone else? I was gonna start that the other day. I don't know. I'm just not. It's not really speaking to me, and I hate that rollout of like 3 episodes last week and 2 episodes next week, and then the finale. But if it's worth checking out, let me know. That might be another show I might look into, because right now, not only did this show end tonight, but then I'm going to have my finale for the Fargo season 4. So I'm losing 2 shows this week. So I'm going to need something else to watch here soon. For you all that watch Netflix, I'm going to have my review for Selena, the series, tomorrow morning. But yeah, I need some shows to watch. So begin in the chat. Let me know you guys' thoughts on your unanswered questions and just your overall thoughts on the finale. And maybe at the end, we'll give some suggestions of what shows we should be looking forward to cover on this channel. Nisi says plenty of story left for season 2. Okay, let's see what happened to the money he borrowed from Franklin. What about the blackouts from Grace continues to have? I would love to get more story about that. Badger Detectives, is that worth another season though? Is that warrant another season? The money, where's the money go? The blackouts, like, I don't know if that doesn't really give me again. If they can do it, sure, but I don't think that's enough for me. That's not enough enticement. This doesn't excite me for season 2 if that's like the main story that they focus on. But we'll see. But I based on those, that wouldn't sound too intriguing for me for a season 2. Grace told Sylvia to set him up. Yeah, I'm right there with you. That's what the conversation was at the park. They should have done more with the split personality. Yeah, I think so as well. Now I'm wondering if the little girl to start was his sister or Grace. That's what I was saying earlier, Johnny. That was my in my review last week. I said, is this Grace's story? Is this Jonathan's story and his little sister? But I'm starting to think, just kind of picturing it in my head, I'm starting to think that probably was just Grace's story. What's the flight attendant? What's the girl's name? Keeley Coco. I can't think of her name right now, but she is from a bunch of stuff, but more recently, Big Bang Theory, and I believe she's a flight attendant. She has a one-night stand with this mysterious guy on a plane. I think he turns up missing or dead, and they have a one-night stand, and she wakes up, he's dead, and then she just goes back to being a flight attendant. But then the police are looking for her to see if she did it or not. I don't know if it's a comedy, a dramedy, if it's a straight up drama. But again, I've only seen bits and pieces of the trailer and the synopsis, and I could be completely wrong, but I think that's what the show's about. The money, yeah, but that's still a lot of money to pay her off, right? And especially for them to be living in that 1-bedroom apartment, you would think. I don't know how much a studio costs in New York City, but there's probably some money still left over. Or again, did he give his money to his other side piece? I thought the blackout and flashes where the murder scene was going to be something. Yeah, it's a good point, Laura. I think that goes back to the misdirection of her imagining. Again, we know that Grace has a very interesting mindset, so it was her kind of imagining the scenario, putting us as the audience members in her head, like someone mentioned earlier. So Grace was a bit creepy in her glee. We saw the Ollie Time grins in this episode. Yeah, she had some. Again, Nicole Kidman did a really good job of playing the audience as can we trust her? Is something going on here? Let's see. No, a story great enough to watch. I think it would be boring follow-up if they tried to continue it. Yeah, I'm right there. Unless they do something like it's a completely different family. I wonder if he pushed his sister in front of the car. Wouldn't put him past them, right? It would be both. There are a shot of the background of the brutal. What are we talking about here? Oh, is that the intro? Are we talking about the intro here, Beth? Could have done more with Grace being crazy. Yeah, that would have been interesting, but they did not go that way. Also, were Jonathan and Elena in love, or Elena was crazy? That's a good point. If I was a Betty man, I think that she was just in love with him. And I don't think he had love. For anyone, if I'm being honest, we saw what he did with his son. We saw how he treated Grace in this whole scenario. He was just so self-absorbed with himself. I don't know if he has any way of loving anyone other than himself. So I think that I wouldn't say she was crazy, but I think she had a benefit in this relationship, right? Being able to have a studio, have this man take care of her son at the hospital. There was a little bit, and I mean, she was probably in love too, and it sounded like she wasn't in a good relationship, right, with Fernando. So, but I think it's a little bit of, I don't think he loved her, but I do think she loved him. And I wouldn't say that she was crazy, but she was maybe crazy for being in love with that psychopath. Luis with another. Let me get to the super chat here. Luis, thank you. Actually, before I get to Luis, my homegirl Niecy Smith, all the actors were great. Yes. Hugh Grant, Nicole Kidman, Donald Sutherland, Noah Jupe, what's my man's name? The detective, Édgar Ramírez, I think his name is. Yeah, I thought everyone did a really great job in their role. I think everyone played to their part. Haley, we talked about her last week. Man, she was a hell of a lawyer. And Catherine showed her lawyer skills this week. So yeah, everyone to me, I don't think there was a weak link in this entire series. Even Stuart, the doctor that we got a couple times in the season, I thought everyone did a really good job, and the acting was top notch in my personal opinion. But Niecy, thank you so much for the super chat, and thank you for all the continued support that you do on this channel, for watching the videos, for donating to the channel, and just being a great person. So thank you so much. On to Lucy Brooks, her comment here. You are thanks for all you do. Thank you so much. Thank you for being a part of this community. Thank you for yet again another super chat too tonight, and many others that you've done on these reviews for this show. So thank you so much for being a part of this community, and being part of the growth of the channel, and just being a great person as well. So thank you very much. I didn't like the so again, Niecy and Lucy, again, thank you all so much for the support. I didn't like the finale. It left us with so many questions. Again, let me know in the comments what questions do we have left. All right, y'all have fun. Thanks for doing the watch on. Thank you, Super Scale. Thank you for stopping by tonight, and for the super chat you gave earlier. Thank you so much. Are you planning on reviewing Christmas Chronicles 2? I haven't seen Christmas Chronicles 1, so I do not plan on checking that out. But who knows? Maybe I'll do a double feature one day. I like Fighting so far. Is Creaky Murder? Okay, I like a good murder mystery. I might have to. Are they short episodes, like 30 minutes, or like hour a piece? I don't know. I might have to check into it, because again, I'm losing 2 shows this week with this show and Fargo tomorrow. Let's see what happened to HBO's Industry. I heard about that show. It's like a finance show or something like that. Or stockbrokers or something of that nature. I might have to check that out. Another show. Selena, I need to get on that. Yeah, Selena's this Friday, and I have the embargo lifts tomorrow morning, so I'm gonna have a non-spoiler review on Selena, and let you all know if it's worth checking out this Friday on Netflix. It Was Always the Husband. Yeah, you're so right. You are so right. Let's see. House show should have been had they stuck to the book. Yeah, and again, I'm look it up and see what the book all entail. Love all your recaps. Grace got him good, which was wonderful. Thank you for that, and thank you for checking out the recaps and reviews. And Grace, she did get him good. She definitely did. Rahimi found the bloody hammer. Did he think Grace or Jonathan was guilty? Ooh, good question. At that point, I think he knows that was probably his, I think he, I don't think he think it was his mom, based on, all the stuff, the evidence that he had. So, but I think he thought it was his dad. But, we'll never know. But I think he thought it was his dad, if I'm being honest. I didn't like the finale. Oh yeah, you said that. I already read that. I'm reading the same comments. Give Me Shelter. Again, give me a great community that I've been having so far building this channel, and you are one of them as well. Thank you so much for the super chat. Let's read this here. Thank you for the watch along and after show. This show ending was weak, onwards and upwards. Again, I'm going to revisit it right now. The way I'm sitting in my head, there's a little bit of underwhelming feeling right now with the finale. But I think, when you look at it as a whole, again, we watched these as the week went. It was a week-to-week episode versus if we watched this all at one sitting, seeing where Grace was at the beginning of the show to where she ended, seeing how Jonathan, all these characters where they're in it. Again, we're living in this moment that we just saw the finale. But if you kind of recall some of the earlier things in the season, I think collectively speaking, this was a pretty satisfying finale. But again, I'm going to rewatch it and kind of, put my thoughts together in a proper review for you all tomorrow. But again, give me shelter. Thank you so much for the super chat, and thank you for tuning in, and excited for the next show, whatever we're going to break down next. I don't know what, I was looking forward to WandaVision, but that's next month. I don't know what else to look forward to besides next week, Euphoria special episode next Sunday. I can't wait to watch that. I don't know. We might should we do a watch along for Euphoria? I don't know if there's a lot of Euphoria fans in this chat, but I'm a huge Euphoria fan. I reviewed it on this channel last year. I can't wait for season 2 whenever we get that next year, but I'm so excited for this little special Christmas episode we're getting next week. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I don't know, maybe we'll do another watch party for that next weekend. You should watch A Teacher. Guess what? I do watch A Teacher. I've reviewed every episode so far this season. So definitely check out the channel. And check out my playlist of A Teacher reviews. And I actually just watched episode 6 today and did my review, and I'll have my review out tomorrow. So yeah, A Teacher is a very interesting show. If you all aren't watching A Teacher, very uncomfortable show. If you all aren't familiar with A Teacher, it's on FX on Hulu. Kate Mira is a teacher having an affair with her 17-year-old student. So very uncomfortable show, but a very interesting show. So yeah. And again, let me know, like you all have been doing, let me know if there's some other shows that you all are watching that might be worth looking into. Flight Attendant is an hour. Okay. Like I said, I just lost 2 shows, so I might have some time to catch up with that show. I think they only have like 3 episodes before Thursday's new episode. I wanted a twist. They got me hooked throughout the series. Yeah, it had me right there with you, Laura. I was hooked on this show as well. Give me Hugh Grant right now. Yeah, there's a lot of great performances in this season, in this show. Yeah, so watch along for Euphoria. I don't know. I might do one. I'm really looking forward to Euphoria. Obviously, that's an award-winning Emmy show with Zendaya winning the award. I can't wait to see what Rue and Jules and Nate and all those characters have been up to. Maddie, I'm really excited for next week's little special episode. This was a fantastic show. Having Jonathan be the killer makes a lot of sense. The show was about Grace coming to terms with the monster she married. Well said. You're great in reviewing and recapping. Thank you so much. I do this for you all because I love things like this, interacting with you all about these shows that we watch on a weekly basis. So thank you for being a supporter of the content. The acting was good. Wish they gave us a different ending. They should have. I would have preferred that Henry inherited his father's disorder. That would have been better. Yeah, that would have been definitely a defending Jacob situation if that was the case. But yeah, I can see your, wanting the story to be a little bit different. I know I can see where you're coming from. Hugh Grant was awesome in this. Yeah, Hugh Grant, Nicole Kidman, Noah Jupe, Donald Sutherland. Everyone was fantastic, in my opinion. The last part with the car chase was unnecessary. Could have done a better ending. Yeah. It could have been like, Jonathan gets off the hook or something, and like we have a finale where he's like, I don't know if you all saw Sharp Objects with Amy Adams a couple years ago, but that was a really interesting way to end that show. They could have did something like that, but it is what it is. Once we find out that he was a killer, they could have definitely probably had, I'm not a writer, but they probably could have had a little bit something more satisfying compared to that car chase that we got. That was kind of like, came out of left field, kind of felt a little jarring, if I'm being honest. Why was Franklin outside Elena's apartment that one time? Madeline, that's a good question. That's a really good question. I'm just trying to, why was he there besides just being good old fashioned, you know what? No, I think I'm trying to think, what would his reasonings would be besides just keeping an eye on the situation. Um, yeah, that's a great question. Honestly, that goes back to these unanswered questions. I don't even know why he would be there outside of just being like, you know, being nosy, just seeing, what their living situation was. Um, I don't know. That's a great question. We'll never know, will we? Do you watch his Dark and Chills? I do not. I have the 2 episodes unwatched on my DVR. By the way, Servant got a season 2. I can't wait for that. That's next month. That's a show that we covered on this channel last year, and I'm really excited for season 2. January 15th on Apple TV, Apple TV Plus. Really looking forward to that. But I don't watch Dark Materials. Just didn't really pique my interest, but I heard it's a good show. And again, as I said, I'm kind of short on shows right now with 2 shows ending this week. So I need some new content, some new stuff to watch and enjoy. But I think I'm caught up, ladies and gentlemen. Unless you all have any other final comments, again, throw it in the chat. Let me know if there's some shows you all would like me to cover. I think if you all have been part of this community for a while, you get my sense of what shows are kind of really interest me, whether it be a Lovecraft Country, The Outsider, Perry Mason, and this is just HBO alone. Perry Mason, I Know This Much Is True. I think I said Lovecraft Country already, this show. So if there's some other shows you guys would like me to cover on HBO, excuse me, Netflix, Hulu, what else do I have? Amazon. I don't have cable, so I don't have any network programs. I don't have Showtime, so I know there's a show that looks pretty interesting with Bryan Cranston next week. But yeah, if there's some shows you all are really enjoying that you would like me to cover, or that's coming up that I might not be aware of, let me know in the comments. I would love to get it on a new show and talk about it with you all every single week, because I have so much fun talking about these shows with you all week in and week out. Which, by the way, there's still 2 shows that I watch that's still currently on television that I got like 3 weeks or 5 weeks left. I have another 4 weeks to cover a teacher that I do every Tuesday and then or Monday, and then The Mandalorian. We got 3 episodes left of that, and then once those shows end, 2021 will be here, and we got WandaVision, we got what did I say earlier, Servant season 2, and hopefully some other great things to look forward to. And of course, like I said, we got Selena, which I'm going to be reviewing here tomorrow. And I don't know if you all watched Sabrina. We're getting the finale of that as well. Let's see. You have a great week too, Maggie. Thank you so much for stopping by. Let's talk about Sylvia's book deal. She's got a situation. Good night. I think I'm just catching up with some of you guys' comments up top. But yeah, I think at this point we've pretty much covered why the police grilled Grace in the earlier episodes. I think they thought that she was guilty, that she was covering for her husband. Why Grace had those visions throughout the show, I think that just goes to the mindset she had, that she was just really kind of scatterbrained in the sense that she made up these delusions. At one point she maybe even forced herself to think that she was maybe guilty, because again, she has a lot of trauma, and when you suppress your trauma, it doesn't do good for your mental health. So I think that really kind of alludes to her battling herself, just to show that her husband was innocent. It really messed with her psyche. Why had he kept the sledgehammer ultimately to get caught? Yeah, I think he was an intelligent man, but he was also a dumb person as well. So I think he just kind of didn't think about it. When he hid that murder weapon into the fireplace, I don't know if he didn't think that anyone was going to find it, but they did. So, silly decisions. Haley has to cover her own butt because she was involved as an accomplice after the fact. She didn't, she didn't advise anything, but, I guess what would be the proof, right? So ride or die, haha, so funny they had made up. It seems like she was a snake. Let's see. Graves seems to be highly trained. I know sociopaths are slippery, but so many clues of untrained eye. Yeah, that's a great point. All right, so I think I'm pretty much caught up. So again, if you all don't have any other comments, yes, he was incapable of love. Great cast, had me every week. Yes, same here. She had his baby. It was crazy. In reality, he murdered the mother of his own child. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, he almost threw his son under the bus. So he has no empathy towards this side piece. Grace used to walk around the time the murder happened. Is it possible she saw the murder happen and flashes were slightly remembering what she saw? Yeah, I'm gonna rewatch that moment when we see him murder her. I wonder if there is a shot, like if it's in the background, if we see some like a silhouette, someone looking through the window, maybe alluding to Grace being there. I'm gonna definitely rewatch that. He never loved her. It was a ploy. Looked like a human for sure. Narcissists create attachments in others and their egos. If Elena already has some problems, he would have gone explode part. Yeah, for sure. What do we have here? Christmas Chronicles 1 is still not good. Okay. I think we're all good, ladies and gentlemen. Elena had a slight obsession with Grace because she had everything she wanted. What was that painting Elena painted about? I think that was just her, again, going back to the obsessive nature of her wanting the life that she had. And she was like, oh, our families can come together. She just had, she had her own delusions of a sense, right? Also too, if anyone else has any, to Madeline's question, what are you all's thoughts on Franklin being outside the window? They kept us guessing until the very end. Even after Jonathan banged her head against the wall, we still weren't sure, right? I'm right there with you at the moment. Like, oh, did Grace come in to finish her? I'm a new subscriber. Do you watch Ozark? I do. I love me some Marty Bird. I love the Bird family. And you can check it out on my channel. I reviewed season 3, when it premiered. So I am a big fan and I can't wait for part 4 or part A, part B, or whatever that they're splitting into 2 seasons. Big fan of that show. Marty Bird. Oh, we got a Euphoria fan in the house. I really like Euphoria. I thought it was for teens, but I saw a lot of the same issues affecting the high school peers back in the day. My adult friends discussed our experiences against that of the characters. Yeah, I love Euphoria. It is so much more than like a YA kid or not kid, but high school drama show. It's a really great show, and I love that show so much. Enjoy review the show. Great job. Thank you so much, Denise, and I appreciate your support. I got a Fire Stick download the cinema app. What is that? Bed, moon, good night. Good night. Have a good night. Do you think it's possible to know 100% that Jonathan was the killer before the finale? Do you think that it was possible to know? I think once we got the reveal about his sister, I think that's when I was just like, yeah, he's definitely the killer. The fact that he called his sister a dog for 17 years and the way like the mother described without the empathy, that's when I think that I was kind of like, yeah, he did it. Thanks for doing this. Be well. You too, Johnny. Thank you for the support, man, and stopping by tonight. More content, 50 seasons plus 22 episodes per season of Supernatural. Sit back and relax. It's a bumpy ride. Yeah, I used to watch Supernatural back in the day. I just kind of lost track of it because it was a lot to watch. Thanks so much for live streams. Thank you, Elle, for stopping by. Have a great night, you too. And thank you for the super chats. Maybe he was trying to set up Grace for bringing the hammer to the grandpa's house. Maybe he was trying to set up Grace. Oh, yeah. For bringing the hammer to, yeah. For leaving the hammer there. Looking forward to your review. Yeah, Laura. Yeah, that's a good point. No sympathy for the side piece. Yeah, no sympathy at all. Jonathan once told Haley that he had an affair with another. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. What do you think? Who it could have been? Again, is it Sylvia? Is it just a random? Is it, one of the moms? At first I thought it was going to be other mothers involved in the show based on the first episode, the group of mothers around the table of the, setting up the auction. I thought that there was going to be some other women involved in the show, other mothers of students of the school, and maybe he slept with one of them. I'll have to rewatch the first episode, but maybe one of those women was his another side piece. But yeah, or again, maybe Sylvia, and maybe that's why she was so gung ho on getting him to be guilty because, he broke things off with her, and maybe I think someone mentioned it a couple weeks ago that maybe that little girl is Jonathan's child as well, because he just got babies all over the place. OMG, I just finished watching the finale. The show was so amazing. Bravo. Hey, Alyssa, I'm glad you was able to make it in tonight. I'm glad you enjoyed the finale. Cinema app, you should stream basically any show or movie, old, new, highly recommend. Is it like a legit app or is it like a, one of those, what I'm saying? One of those apps. Through the Fire Stick, right? Yeah, it's like a what is it called? Like jailbroken or whatever. I'll look into it, if you know what I mean. No, I like to support content creator. I don't like to be downloading, things that don't support the people that make these wonderful movies and shows. But it might be legit. I know there's a lot of legit apps out there that give you free content. Jeffrey says they really had us thinking it was everybody. Turns out it was just the centerpiece. Yeah, they did a good job. Disappointed. Oh, okay. You want to elaborate, John? Jeffrey, I'm gonna be on here for say another 10 minutes or so. So if you're just getting in the chat, Jeffrey, again, thank you for tuning in. We watched the episode, we had a good time with it, but let me know in what ways were you disappointed. I don't know how I feel about being Jonathan. Elaborate, Jenny. Let me know your thoughts. Have you watched? Someone asked me about that earlier. Great job with the recap. I haven't. With a couple of my shows in this week, I don't know. I got some time on my hands. Maybe I'll check it out. Yeah, it's one of those. Hugh Grant's performance was just wow. Yeah, everyone's performance to me, Alyssa, but Hugh Grant, yeah, he was great. Let's see. They did a reverse psychology here, but I can't believe it was him after all. Yeah, it was him. He done it. He done it. The lawyer actress was dope. Yeah, both of those lawyers, Catherine and Haley, were fantastic. I think I'm trying to blame her son. Was the final yeah, if I don't know if you've been here for the last 10 minutes or probably I said it like 20 minutes ago, but yeah, when Jonathan told Grace that he thinks his son, I think that's when she was like, you know what, you're done. I'm done with this. I'm going to wrap it up. And yeah, I'm right there with you, Flower, in regards to that was the final straw for her. Let's see. I think the other woman I think the other woman he had affairs with the mothers in the patient. Yeah. Oh, mothers of the patient. Okay. Yeah. That could have been the case as well. Or like I said, maybe one of those other mothers within the circle, but yeah, it could have been one of the patients. Yeah. Cause I think did Stewart, did he allude to another woman that he done this before? I don't know. I can't remember if Stewart said that when he was talking to Grace. I need a haircut so bad. What's up with Sylvia and the prosecutor? Tension between them makes me feel like they have a love interest. Yeah. When they were in the bathroom, she was like, yeah, like this really is messed up. And I think that's when, Sylvia was like, I'm helping you out as much as I can. But yeah, there was something else there between those two for sure. But let's see. I'll go for another 7 to 6 minutes. So again, we got 114 people still in the chat. Thank you all for spending your Sunday night with me this evening. Me talking about this show that we've all been on this journey with for the last 6 weeks. And boy, what a journey that was. But for everyone that tuned in, has been here since the beginning, thank you for the support. For everyone that's just tuning in now, thank you for tuning in. Again, if you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up. It helps out the channel, but it really means a lot to me as well. If you guys have any other thoughts, comments, concerns, theories, suggestions for other shows, talk about the week you had. How was your Thanksgiving, if you celebrated it, and what you look forward to for the week ahead, in regards to, you look forward to work tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to going back to work tomorrow, but we got to do it right. And also, like I said, for those that are just tuning in, you can watch the replay on this watch along that we did tonight. It has a timestamp. We did a fun little game at the beginning of Who Done It, which was a lot of fun. And then tomorrow, I'm going to rewatch this episode now. Once I get off the stream, take the little boy out, my Thor, to go to the bathroom, and probably rewatch the episode. Probably shoot my review tomorrow morning before I go off to work, and then have the review out for you guys tomorrow afternoon if everything works out according to plan, for I can kind of give you all my full thoughts, a little bit more structured thoughts on this episode here. But again, I appreciate all the support. You guys are so awesome. Give me shelter. I thought you called it a night, but you're still here, my friend. Thank you so much. 84 likes and 114 in the chat. Please like and subscribe. I didn't say it. Give me shelter said it, and I agree with him. If you all can do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up, it would mean a lot. It really helps out the channel. It spreads out the algorithm and all that fun stuff, analytics. But yeah, if you guys can give this video a thumbs up, I really appreciate it. Excuse me. All right. So let's see here. Alyssa says, what are you looking forward to watching next? Great question, Alyssa. So I mentioned earlier, Selena. I got a chance to get a screener for that from Netflix. So I'm going to be reviewing that tomorrow. But in regards to December, what do we got in December? We got Sabrina, part 4. Right? I think it's part 4, which is the finale. I'm looking forward to that. Last part was a little rocky, but I'm a big fan of Sabrina. I really like that show. What else do we have? I think there's some stuff on Netflix. There's like some quieter shows that I'm looking forward to that's not coming to mind. I don't think there's anything big for HBO this month. Besides, we talked about Euphoria. Next week, we're going to get the little special episode of Euphoria. Man, I don't know. I don't know if there's anything, because I was really looking forward to WandaVision coming out this month, but unfortunately, they got pushed back to top of next year. So I don't really know what else to look forward to in December, Alyssa. But hopefully, we can find something to watch and break down and have some great conversations about. What was up with the neck and kissing Grace? I think again, this goes back to just her being like, we share the same husband. We might as well share a kiss together. I don't know. She, they did allude that there was a little bit of something off with her. And I think that is one of them in regards to this obsession she had with the Fraser family, and making out with Grace was one of them. 89. Let's go. Yeah, let's get this video for 100 plus likes. The show had convinced me Nicole and her son Epic. Yeah, it was really good writing. The show was fun. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for the support. Are you going to be doing, man, you guys have been talking about Flight Attendant. I'm going to have to watch Flight Attendant. You guys are making me want to check it out. I'm going to have to check it out. I might watch it sometime this week if I can find some time. What was the importance of the ring in the last episode of Fargo? If you're referring to last week's episode, that was Donatello's, whatever the father family's, the father that, I don't want to spoil anything for those that haven't seen Fargo season 4 yet, but yeah, that was his ring. And if you watched my review last week, which I guess just check out my review for the last episode. Now, if you're referring to tonight's finale, I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to watch it tomorrow. But if you're referring to last week, you can check out my review for that. Virgin River, what is that? Let me look that up right quick. Virgin River. Season 2. Oh, I don't know. Is this a movie? Oh, season 1 of, okay. We got another season of Virgin. I don't know what this is. This is a romance drama. Okay. Cool. Never heard of it. And I guess November 27th was the new season. Yeah, it's on Netflix. I never heard of it. I'll look into it. I've heard of that show. But I'm like 5 seasons behind. Euphoria for sure. Yeah, I'm so excited for that special that we're getting. What other show is similar to The Undoing? I would say Defending Jacob. To a more supernatural extent, I would say The Outsider, which is on HBO as well. Perry Mason, which is on HBO as well. Kind of a murder mystery of a sorts. I'm trying to think, is there any other murder mysteries this year that was... No, that's the only ones that kind of come to mind. Again, HBO, Perry Mason, The Outsider, and then Defending Jacob are some shows that come to mind. I really enjoy the industry. Yeah, I gotta check that out. Defending Jacob. Yeah, I love that show. Have you ever thought about industry on HBO? No, I've heard a lot of people talk about it, but I haven't watched it. Yeah, Defending Jacob was really good. Yeah, me too. I liked Defending Jacob more. I had no idea. Yeah. I heard that show isn't that good, but I hope you're enjoying it. The Outsider was so good. Yeah, it was. I love that show. El Cuco. Hey, how you doing, Nova? Welcome. How is Big Sky? Yeah, I don't like cable television. Someone told me that it's not that good of a show, but I could, teach his own, right? The Outsider season 2 is it got canceled on HBO, but I hope someone picks it up because I love The Outsider. I want to see what Holly is up to, and El Cuco, is he still out there? When is the Chilean Avenger coming back? Sad, this last season, The Outsider coming back for season 2. Yeah, it got announced last week that HBO is canceling it, but I was reading some articles that they were hoping that someone picks it up. I think Netflix was in the mix, Hulu. I really hope that someone picks it up because I really want to see how that's gonna, if there is a season 2, what they can do with it. And then to answer your first question about Sabrina, it is December 31st. It is part 4 in the finale, so the end of next month, and I can't wait. What's up, JB? Big Little Lies season 1 was amazing. To anyone who hasn't watched it, yeah, it's a great show. Season 2, I didn't like it, but season 1 was fantastic. Said it at the beginning. He did it. He didn't care about anyone. Admire him. Yeah, you did say it, and you were right, my friend. You were right. Did you watch Dead to Me and You? Yes and yes. You can, again, if you all don't know, if you go over to my playlist, I try to make it as organized as possible, but I have like all my TV reviews in a playlist. I have all my Netflix, Hulu, all that stuff. So if you go over to my playlist, you'll see my Netflix series reviews, and Dead to Me season 2 was one of them that I reviewed this year. And then season 2, I reviewed that on my channel last year. So yeah, I watched both of those shows and covered it on this channel. Yeah, poor Henry. Yeah, that boy is traumatized. Christmas Presents Irony. Cool. I don't know what that is. Do you watch Good Girls? No, I don't. Black Mirror is amazing. Can't wait for next season. If it even returns. Yeah, Black Mirror is fantastic. All right. I'm gonna call it a night, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta take out the little Thor who's sleeping right now, but he has to go outside before he goes to bed. And I'm gonna call it a night, ladies and gentlemen. So for everyone that stopped by, I think we got up to like 150 people at one point. For everyone that stopped by tonight's stream, I hope you enjoyed tonight's stream and the conversations we had. I hope you enjoyed the watch along that we had breaking down this episode. I do plan on rewatching the episode tonight, putting together some notes, and really coming to you all tomorrow with a little bit more of a fleshed out, thought out review with my thoughts of the finale. But if you are watching this on the replay, again, I hope you enjoy it. Hope you enjoyed these reviews. To everyone that watched episode 1 review to episode 6, thank you for all the support, for the thumbs up, for sharing the video, for commenting, all that fun stuff. It means a lot, doing these on a weekly basis with a full-time job and a life is, it can be a bit overwhelming, but I come back every single week because of you all. You guys are incredible. I love the community that we're building, talking about all different types of shows, comedies, dramas, all different subject matters. And it's just so fun to be able to interact with you all on a weekly basis. And it's something I'll always be humbled and thankful for. So again, I hope you had a good time tonight. I certainly did. And let me read off these final comments before we call it a night. Yeah, poor Miguel. Yeah, poor little guy. Good night, Laura. Thank you so much, Elliot. Amazing stream and review. Thank you. And keep an eye out for the full review tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Have a good night. Have a great time. Paul G, thanks for the insight. Thank you, Paul. Me too. Good night. Thank you. And then my main person there, Give Me Shelter. You have a good night, my friend. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, you all have a great night. Have a great week. I guess I should plug in some things tomorrow morning. Selena review, spoiler free. Tomorrow afternoon, fingers crossed, if things work out. The Undoing full review Tuesday. And then that same night, we'll have a Teacher episode 6 review. We'll have Fargo season finale on Tuesday. I might release my review for Soul. We'll see. I might release my review for Greenland. We'll see. So yeah, hit that bell so you all can stay up to date with those reviews. So to all, have a good night. And thank you again for tuning in. You all, what would Laura say? We need to a live watch for a teacher. I don't know if we could watch that live. That shows you don't want to see me watch that show. I'm just so uncomfortable watching that. But who knows? We might do that for a finale, Laura. We might put that in the schedule. But Night, night, people. Thank you again for the support, and we'll see you in the next video.